Hello, I'm Marcus V. Calvert, and welcome to Tales Unlimited Anthologizer, episode number 42. Sorry I haven't been dropping weekly podcasts. It's been crazy. I've just finished my first draft of Tyrant's Bane, fantasy novel. Yeah, me doing fantasy. And Unheroic Book 3, doing a final read-through. Excuse me. And Antagonist Cookbook, knocking that down too. It kind of just distracted everything. Everyone's doing the whole 4th of July thing, and I hope you all had fun and safe holidays and stuff. I worked right through it. It was just another day to me. Okay, oh, fireworks, yay. On and on and on and on. That's how I am now. So I finally had a chance to write a short story. So whenever I write a short story, I will drop a post about it. This one is called The Package, tentative title. Takes place in classy hotel, indoor pool area. Think a long rectangular room, dark, window in front, has a beautiful view of the skyline. And this gal walks in to take a meeting. There's this private spy firm that does black ops jobs. It was founded by a disgraced spy. No one knows why. But like what happened to him, where he came from, even his real name. It's just they assume it's Billy Reichs, but no one's sure. But Reichs has put together quite the funky little private spy firm. And whenever someone with talent, like a top tier asset, leaves any country, if they check out, he's there with a business card. And his funny quirk is he takes every meeting. Like when you have organizations who are like mercenaries, they have people who do the face-to-faces. He does them all. Sometimes he even lets a job go through his fingers because he can't be in two places at once. He insists because sometimes jobs are related, or sometimes you need to look people in the eye and see what the BS is. And before he walks into a meeting, and comes out later, this is established, he knows everything that's going to be said. He's like a really good prosecutor. He knows all the questions that are going to be asked before they're even asked. He even knows where your BS is before you start to spew it. So he walks in he's already standing there with a beer and pretending to be like just some sad business suit. And she comes in, says some challenge phrases back and forth, confirm each other's identity. She figures she's probably got a couple of snipers lined up on her, and she sits down and she says that she's working for an organization called Blanket. Blanket is the big bad. They're like Spectre. What they're trying to do is blanket control of all crime, organized crime in the world. Rather than let these different organizations go to war, gangs, cartels, whatever's, Blanket's just taking them over, one by one, by one, by one. If you control it, you cut down the violence, the chaos, the anarchy. You have control. That's the BS they tell themselves. In reality, it's about money and power. And this gal's a psycho, and she's a killer, and she's well groomed. They took her in as she was basically just like a serial killer and made her into a cultured asset. Somebody with, I should write her out a bit more in terms of what she's done. But yeah, she's trusted enough to speak for them at a certain level. And here's their problem. There's an anti-terrorism task force. Thereafter, among other organizations, Blanket. And apparently they have picked up some information on Blanket, and they moved it to a secure storage warehouse in Kansas City. And rather than break in or try to slip someone in to taint it or steal it, they want to slip in an experimental bomb. Something small enough to fit inside of a fire extinguisher, and if it goes off, it can take out 18 city blocks. And they need somebody to slip it in past their security to deliver this package on a certain day, certain time. And they literally set the timer on the bomb to it. And someone who can be trusted is Billy Reichs and his people. He's even like, okay, do you want this done stealthily, or do you want to be surrounded by guys with guns who are willing to shoot it out with a SWAT team to get it there? Oh, no, stealth is fine. Okay, fine. No questions asked on what it is. That's what she's like. I'll pay triple. That's normally what you do. Yeah. Of course, what she doesn't realize is he already knows. He knows all. He's a spy. Most of his people are spies. They spy. Information's what they do. And here's the coincidence. This anti-terrorism task force, they're not just after Blanket. They're after Billy Reichs and all of his people. So when he finds out about this, before they do, he starts digging into their archives, and He's like, okay, they have intel on me. Oh, they have intel on Blanket. Let me steal it and replace it with porn. So he already robbed the place before they even brought the job to him. So he's like, may I propose a counteroffer? And that's where I'll stop. It is not a run and gun, wild shooting, superpowers, ghost story, but it is dark in the sense that you have big spy, evil organization, not even spy, more like a a monopoly of crime, so to speak, against a tiny little spy firm, Mercs, if you will, and David and Goliath. And they're basically saying, look, yes, you have the guns, but I know all of your dirty secrets. Let me prove it. And he makes his case so compellingly, she's terrified, right? And you don't know where it's going to go because his terms are intriguing. And it's a short story. And what I like about this short story is, let's say you're writing a book where maybe you have a need for a spy, Billy Reichs. You take from your short story, you put it into your novel, and as long as you haven't sold your short story off to anybody, it's self-published, it's there. Guess what? You can do this. You put someone else's name, but that background, that backstory of somebody with a private spy agency, kind of like Kingsman, but not cultured. Very American, very hard-hitting, and they're not good guys. No, 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 no. They will do this, that, whatever. There are certain things they won't do, of course, like put a big massive bomb in a government archive for no apparent reason other than to protect a potential enemy. No, 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 no. If there's a reason to blow up something from Uncle Sam, they would do it, but that's not it. All right, I'm going to stop there. I'm giving away too much. But that's the advantage of a short story. It's the character or the situation that can maybe be held on to and used and folded into a larger story. All right, I'm Marcus V. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited Anthologizer, episode number 42. Please check out talesunlimited.net for the podcast I drop off every day, Little Puppies, and the books I've written, short story anthologies, novels, how-to guides on writing. They're all there. Please check them out. All right, until next time. Who knows, I might write a short story tomorrow. No promises. My schedule's a little crazy. Take care.